Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 9, season 8 of Be Bold, Why Not? And of course, I'm your host. And tonight is a very special night. I don't have a guest, but I will give you the opportunity to ask questions, and I'd love to share my ideas. But of course, you're watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, stream.lawin.live, and twitch.tv. And to all our viewers from the Philippines, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I know you always are waiting for this show, and I'm so glad and privileged to be able to inspire you again tonight. But before we get to the show, let's show them the mechanics of the game that we always do here at Be Bold. Why not?
How to join the game. Watch the live show and join the conversation. Share your thoughts or experiences by commenting during the show. Like, share, and tag at least 3 friends in the comment section to qualify for a chance to win a prize. Participate actively. The more comments you leave, the higher your chances of winning. All participants will be eligible for the prize. The winner will be selected using the Wheel of Names randomizer.
All right, there you go. And again, I am so glad that you decided to join us this evening. I know this is a space where we stop overthinking the risks and start focusing on the possibilities. Whether you're joining us live or catching the replay, our mission remains the same: to inspire you to take that leap, ask that tough question, and embrace the boldness within you. So tonight we have a one-woman show. Okay, we're going to be talking about overcoming the fear of starting over and sharing some stories that might just give you the nudge that you've been looking for. And as always, taking your questions live on the chat. So grab your coffees, settle in, let's get into it. Because if you aren't going to be bold today, why not? Let's start the show. So as we read on the comments, I will be answering those comments or making comments, or if you have any questions, I'm going to be answering them. So we're not going to wait till after the break before we read comments from our viewers. We read them as they come. But before that, I would love to share with you a bold step that I myself am about to take. For the information of everybody, to all my viewers and to all our followers out there, I've been a nurse practitioner here in the United States for about 15 years. And if you count all the years that I've been a nurse per se, I've been a nurse for over 30 years. So I am so privileged that I have become a nurse. Because of this profession, I am able to take care of sick people. And because of this profession, I was able to help my family. But at the same time, other than being a nurse, as you all know, I love doing podcasts because I just love inspiring people. I love speaking. I grew up in public speaking. But sometimes in life, we just have to take a different route depending on what our family's needs are or depending on our current situation in life. So my story, I know I've shared it already over and over to all of you, but I don't think I have been into so much detail. So as I've mentioned, I love public speaking. I love talking to people. I love inspiring. Even as a little girl, I grew up like just reciting poems whenever I visit friends or relatives and all that. So everybody thought I would go into broadcasting, mass comm journalism, which I did. I started at UP College Baguio in 1988 to 1989. I started mass comm journalism because I really wanted to be a broadcaster, you know? But then my family just needed me. I come from a very poor family in Ilocos. I'm a Bataqueña, so I'm Ilocano. And I just felt like my family needed me more. So my relatives here in the US said, "Oh, I won't be able to help you get to the US if you pursue broadcasting." So I went ahead and took up nursing, thankfully, and thank God I graduated and I was able to pass the CGFNS, which is a step before you can come to the United States. You have to get through a lot of exams, which I passed them. And lo and behold, here I am. I'm in the United States. I've been in the US for more than 23 years, counting. I came here 2003. So, with all those years that I've been in the US, I was also licensed. I've been licensed as a life insurance agent. And I just love helping people in that way too. So, this coming Friday is my last day at my full time job as a nurse practitioner. Yes, I mean, you heard me right. I am giving up my full time job as a nurse practitioner because I want to help people in a different capacity, and that is protecting families. I know that's a lot of boldness there. So, since I have this show, Be Bold, why not? I have to walk the talk, right? So, I am inspiring you tonight to let you know that whatever it is that your heart is telling you to do, and that God will guide you and bless you to do, go for it. I mean, everything changes in life. The only permanent thing in the world is change, sabi na nga nila, diba? So, don't be scared to make that change. Don't be scared to take that leap of faith. I mean, I am so comfortable working as a nurse practitioner here in the US. I've been practicing for about 15 years as a nurse practitioner. And I love taking care of patients. I know I can make a difference in the lives of the patients that I take care of day in and day out. But also, I have this hard to just help people to not just take care of the sick, but I want to help people financially. And that's why I have decided, and I've been praying about it, to take this leap of faith. I'm not leaving my nurse practitioner job 100%. I'm still going to be working 1 to 2 days a week, but I want to focus on helping families, protecting them, and also I want to focus on helping other people to have a career in this financial, world, which we know that financial distress is real, not only when people are sick, but in the Philippines, again, I grew up in poverty. So I know how it feels to don't have anything. I know how it feels to be in scarcity. And I think that's one thing also that have been put into my heart, to help people in that aspect, because it's not that it's all about money. It's not. Money can give us a lot of things in this world. We cannot live without money because we have to buy things. We have to buy food, shelter. We have to have some comfort in life. Otherwise, life is miserable. So I think that's the reason why I want to go into this, and I'm just taking this leap of faith. Anyway, as I've said, it's going to be a very interactive show tonight. So I'm going to be starting to read some of the comments. And if there are any questions at all, I'd be happy to answer them. But let's start with the first comment here. Let's see, from Rosel Carganilla Laurel. Good morning, Wow MJ. Good morning to you. Aren't you glad this is a one woman show tonight? All right, from Crisaline Buteres Nadado. Good morning po, Ma'am MJ. Good morning to you as well. And we have Mary Grace Rocapor. Good evening, Texas, watching from the Philippines. Yes, good evening. And James Reyes, good morning po, Ma'am MJ. Good morning to you as well. And we have any questions there? Or Miss May De Vera. Okay. You're also known as Nurse MJ of the podcast show or other podcast show. You recently said you resigned from being a nurse. What's the reason behind this? Okay, May, to answer your question, I think I've already explained it, but again, I am resigning in my full time job as a nurse. I'm going to keep my part time as still a nurse practitioner because I want to focus on helping people in a different capacity. Meaning, I am also a life licensed agent here in the US, which means that I am going to be a life insurance agent. I've been a life insurance agent even before I came to the US. Like before I came, I was licensed in the Philippines because I truly believe in protecting families. Because, the only thing, two things that are permanent in this world or in our lives, we are born and we're going to pass. And sometimes we don't want to talk about dying or passing away, but that's just the reality. The only thing that we don't know is when, right? We don't know when we're going to pass. I've shared here in the show, my parents died young. My mom was 49 when she passed away. My father was only 56, and they did not have life insurance. So we know how it feels, how to not have anything. Like we were relying on relatives, abuloy, diba? And nowadays people go fund me because they have no means. But if I can help protect a family and if I can share what I do and be able to secure that family's future before any type of what ifs in life happen, then that is a different kind of fulfillment. Again, it's just been in my heart not only to take care of the sick but also to protect families by doing this. And it's not just being a life insurance agent. I'm actually going to build a business which I can help a lot of people also make extra income. And life insurance is not just about commissions or anything. It's the heart of serving people, sharing this kind of protection and security for not only for the person but for their families. So that is the reason I am resigning with my full-time job, May. And thank you for that question. I just want to really do something that I know will be able to help other people. So that is one way. Becoming a life insurance agent. And kudos to all those that are life insurance agents out there because it's not easy. People even don't believe sometimes of what you're saying. But as long as you are sincere and you have the heart of helping, just keep sharing, keep sharing. I know I have a lot of nieces in the Philippines who are doing the same business. So I know that we are heroes in our own rights because if you are able to deliver a family from financial distress, I mean, that means a lot. And that's what I'm going to do. But I'm still going to be practicing part time as a nurse practitioner. But thank you for that question, May. And let's get to more comments. Let's see there. Daisel Miral Siaton said, "Good evening, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan." And then Rector Julius, "Good evening, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan." Welcome and good evening and thank you. And then we have Abs Ed G. Oh, wow. I can't read the name, but anyway, good evening, Texas, watching from the Philippines. Good evening to you, Abs. What a unique name you have. And then Renz Bannister Baniqued, watching from the Dagupan City. Yes, to all the Dagupan, magandang umaga po. Maria or Marla Luena, good morning po, Ma'am MJ. Good morning to you. And then Rosel Carganilla Laurel, kayo po pala naging nurse ka, Ma'am MJ. Yes, that's very true. And then Alvin Reyes, good evening, Texas. Hello, Ma'am MJ, watching from LG Water Station. Mabuhay ang Lawin Media Network. Sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Lawin Media Network, mabuhay kayong lahat. Yes, mabuhay to you as well. And Juanita Likay Limos, good morning, Ma'am MJ. We are on our first break. When we come back, we will continue with reading more of your comments and answering any questions that you might have. Feel free to ask me any question, okay? I'm an open book tonight. I'm going to pour out my heart to all of you, and I'm just going to share my life because I want to inspire you. Okay? See you after a bit.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
All right, welcome back. And let's read some more comments. We have Lisa Requilman Ungria. Hello, Ma'am MJ. Good evening, Texas. Watching from Pangasinan. And then Margarita Trong. Wow, thank you, Ate Margarita, for watching. If you have any questions, again, feel free. And then we have Gloria Cornell watching with you. Thank you so much. And then Reggie Cornell Baniquet. Good evening, Texas. Good morning, Philippines. And we have Yan Yan Montefalco. Hello, Ma'am MJ. Good evening, Texas. Watching from the Philippines. Kung may mga tanong kayo, feel free. And then, napaka-devoted mo naman sa trabaho mo, Ma'am MJ, from Juanita Likay Limos. Maraming salamat. And then, May De Vera has another question. What's one or two misconception regarding insurances? Okay. I think one thing that people now think about life insurance, it's a death insurance. Well, it's true. The traditional life insurance, you only are going to benefit, or your beneficiaries are the one who's going to benefit from it. So you have to die before somebody from your family or your beneficiaries will actually get the actual benefit. But nowadays, there are a lot of other types of life insurance out there that you don't have to die to use. Like I know in the Philippines with Prudential of UK or Life UK, they also have like coverage for hospitalization. It can also grow cash value. So you can use it, you can loan it, you can take out cash from it. So nowadays, it's not just one life insurance now. There's a lot of benefits. As I've mentioned, we have that so called living benefit, which you can use it if you get critical illness. You can use it if you get terminal illness. You can use it if you stay healthy all your life and you have accumulated cash in your policy. And you can use it for retirement. You can use it for extra cash to buy anything you want, like to buy a car or for down payment for a house, use for education. So life insurance is not just for death now. So that's one common notion when people hear about it, is that, oh, I only need it if I die. I mean, my family were only gonna benefit if I die, but that's not true anymore. Okay, so there's always that changing benefit that can help you even when you're still alive. So, and another thing is people say, oh, I cannot afford, right? But if you come to think of it, if something happens to you and you are the breadwinner in the family, it's very important that you protect your life, because if something happens to you, your family will be in financial distress. So no matter how big or small that amount that you can set to secure your life and your future, that is a show of love for your family. Yes, it's true, it costs money, but would you rather set aside a little bit of chunk of your income to have that life insurance for your family's future than not being prepared if life ifs happen, because life happens. We cannot avoid that. That's given. Nobody is guaranteed to be healthy all our lives. Nobody is guaranteed that nothing bad will happen into our lives, because life is all about these adversities. We have good things that happening to us, we have bad things that happen to us. And it's the same thing in our lives, in our health. We might be healthy today, but you never know tomorrow. So I think that's one misconception about life insurance, is that it's just an expense, but it's not. It's not an expense. It's actually a financial security for you and your family. And that it's only for dying, it's not, because there are products out there that it can benefit you even when you're still alive. Good question, May. Now let's read more comments. Rosel Carganilla Laurel says, ang alam ko dati sa life insurance, kapag mamamatay lang ang member ay may makukuha. Ngayon ay mas maganda na. Well, that's very true. And then we have more comments. Juanita Likay Limos, God bless always. Have a great day or night today, Ma'am MJ. And then Juanita Likay Limos again, we are glad that you have a good heart to share your moment with us, Ma'am MJ. Thank you. And please ask any questions. All right, yung life insurance po ba, Ma'am MJ, na nabanggit nyo dyan, lang po ba sa US or meron din po dito sa Pinas? Meron din dyan sa Pinas. Okay? So, as I've said, I have 4 of my nieces doing it in the Philippines, and it's also in the Philippines. I'm not promoting any company, but I'm just saying it's already existing or it's already available even in the Philippines. So kung may mga questions pa kayo, come on, not just about life insurance, okay? I'm willing to answer any questions that you might have about myself, okay? So another comment from Shaira Monteverde. Good evening, Texas. Hello, Ma'am MJ, watching from Pozurubio, Pangasinan. And then Nessa Lacandula Cornell. Good morning po, Miss MJ, watching from Pangasinan. Wow, we have a lot of comments. And then Juvita Reyes. Good evening, Texas. Hello, Ma'am MJ, watching from Pangasinan. Mabuhay ang Lawin Media Network. Mabuhay kayong lahat. All right. And then Rosel Carganilla Laura. Ano po pangalan ng life insurance mo, ma'am? It's National Life, okay? And it's only in the US. But there are a lot of insurance companies in the Philippines. At may tanong po kayo, like, maybe you want to ask, other than speaking or other than what I'm doing right now, what else do I do? Do you have any questions about my family? Do you have any questions about my hobbies? Anything. If you want to ask me, one thing, I also love to sing, but I'm not as good, okay? So don't ask me to sing, but I can sing. Anyway, any other questions or comments? Let's see if we have some more comments from our viewers. Okay. Siguro curious kayo, no? What do I do as a hobby? I always love talking about this because it makes you feel good, right? Sabi nga nila, when you talk about happy things, it you produce this type of hormone that makes you feel good. Diba? Yung dopamine. I know when we were doing we had a show about health and wellness with Dr. Rich at some point, and we were talking about dopamine. Dopamine makes you feel good. So what do you enjoy doing that you make you feel good? Ako po, I'm not shy or not ashamed to share. This is Be Bold show anyway, right? But I love watching K-drama. In the chat, tell me who loves K-drama or who's your favorite actor, K actor, K-pop. But I love watching K-drama. Okay, it just makes you feel good. Anyway, anybody in the chat who is okay? May De Vera, I hope this is okay to ask. But is your husband your first? Oh my goodness. May, that's a very sensitive question. I refuse to answer. But no, yeah, I'm just kidding. Well, no, to be honest, he's not. But of course, sa buhay po natin, we fall in and out of love, right? So, hindi man siya yung aking first love, but I'm blessed to have a supportive husband as my husband now. And without him, I wouldn't have the most wonderful children, right? Ever. I always tell my kids they are my greatest blessings. And it's true as a mom. Now you got me started. Okay. When I start talking about my kids, oh my gosh, I can't stop because I just really, really love them. But yes, May, to answer your question, he's not my first love, but I think God has a plan in our lives and he's going to bring the person that he planned for you to spend the rest of your life. So, now that we're talking about love, to all the in love people out there, being in love is not easy, but okay, wait. May question ulit si May. Greatest lesson learned in love that you can advise to your kids and even to younger generation. Wow. We are now in the zone. Okay. I'd love to answer that. Kasi 'di ba, when you fall in love, it's like people think that it's all beds of roses. Not it's all good times. It's all happy times. But that's not true. Love is the greatest gift of all. And as an example, our Lord Jesus Christ came down to earth. He gave his life for to redeem us, right? And I know we cannot love as Jesus loves, but love is more than just happy feelings. Love is more than just staying with the person and just enjoying the good moments. Love is more than that. Love is a commitment. Forsake ano na ba yun? Yung in good health and in bad health, right? In sickness and in health, you stay together. That's what love is. You have to stay committed. Love is patient. You have to be patient with the person that you decide to spend the rest of your life with, because nobody is perfect. There are always flaws of every person. I am not perfect. Nobody is. So you just have to be patient with your loved one. You cannot change the person that you fall in love with, because imagine you grew up from different families. So you have different habits, you have different habits, good and bad. You have different likes, you have different dislikes. So you're totally different person. And if you try to change your loved one, it's not going to happen. You're going to feel frustrated. So just accept them. I think acceptance is the foundation. If you accept not just the person that you love, but anybody, even your friends, if you accept the people around you just the way they are and just show your true self and your genuine love and care for them, they're going to change, but you don't have to change them. And nobody can do that. Only God can change us. We as human beings, we cannot change each other, right? And then love is kind. What is love without, if it's all words, what is love without action? So you have to be kind to one another. We have to really love each other, right? And then the most important thing about love is really, or marriage, is staying committed. Commitment is the key. Because when you are committed, you're willing to do what it takes to stay in that relationship. Because no relationship is perfect. We just have to accept that. But if you are willing to work through the relationship, then your relationship will be successful. I've been married for almost 26 years. No, wait. 1997. I cannot even count. It's now 26. So I've been married going 29 years, right? So I think the key is really accepting the person that you love, or your husband or your boyfriend, for who they are. And of course, just love them truly and ask God. Because if you have God as the center of your relationship, He will help you get through all the obstacles, all the hardships, all the trials that you go through in any kind of relationship, not just between husbands and wives. We are on our second break. I can't believe it that we're doing this so well. Okay, so I'll see you after a short break. All right, we're back and we have more comments. Rachel, Jacob, Cornell, good morning, Ma'am MJ, watching from the Gupan City. Thank you. And Rosel Carganilla, ilan na po anak mo, Ma'am MJ? Now ito na ang aking paboritong topic, mga anak. Okay, I have three. I have two boys and one girl. My oldest is 27 years old. Yes, he's 27. His name is EJ. And my second son is Xavier and he's 25, and my daughter is Mara, she's only 18. I'm so blessed to have the most wonderful kids ever. Of course, that's what every mom would say, right? But literally, even if I'm a parent of a different set of kids, I would still say that EJ, Mara, and Xavier, my kids are the most wonderful. I am so blessed. I am so glad. God has been so good to me because He just did not bless me with wonderful kids. They're so talented. They're smart. They're kind. They love people. I'm just so blessed. I cannot say enough how proud and how happy I am having my kids. I mean, I wouldn't trade anything in the world for them. I love them to death. I love them from eternity to eternity. They are my greatest blessings. And they know that. They know that. Every time I tell them, they already know the answer. Is like, what's my, and Ma, we know. So, yeah, I just love being a mother. And it's the greatest thing in the world to become a mom. And because, a mother's love is compared to God's love to his children. It's the most unconditional love ever. So if you're a mom out there, it's a privilege. You should be happy. You should be proud to be a mom because nobody can love people just like a mom, like us. Nobody. I mean, it's the most unconditional love ever. So if you have kids, love them, love them. Oh my gosh, I cannot say enough how much you should love your children because God has given you that opportunity to experience how God loves us. Imagine that. We are not God, of course, but we can love like God, being moms. Whoo, I know. I'm like, it's giving me goosebumps, but I'm listening to myself and I can just honestly say how happy I am to be a mother. I think that's the greatest thing in the world to become a mom. And I know not everybody is born to be a mom. There are those that may be single all their lives, but they can be a mom to anybody. They have nieces or they have other children out there. You can be a mom to anybody. Let's just love on our children because that's what they need. If you love them dearly, they will feel it. They will come back to you and say, "Oh, I love you, mom." And that's the most precious, joyful words that you want to hear from your children when they say I love you. So yes, yes, I love that. Anyway, any more questions? Tanong lang po, ma'am, your kids have work already? Yes. my kids, my boys, they're already working. My daughter, she's still in college, but she also works. So she's a really hard worker. I mean, because here in the US, I mean, it's kind of easy to get a job. Yun ang isang privilege mo if you're in the US. As long as you're willing to learn, I mean, you're willing to work hard, you can work early. Unfortunately, I know in our country, even college, graduates in the Philippines sometimes have a hard time looking for jobs. But here in the US, as long as willing kang magtrabaho po, you can work. So yeah, my daughter is in college. At the same time, she's working. So they're all working. So again, that's another reason I say that I'm really blessed to have them as my kids. Yeah, thank you for that question. And May, when will you be back to the Philippines? Oh my gosh, if I can come back now, I would. What I've realized too is at my age, I don't know if anybody can guess my age, but that is going to be one trivia question later. Or if somebody who, okay, I have a contest in the chat, put your guess about my age, and the closest will win a prize. Okay. On top of the two prizes that we're going to we're gonna draw at the end of the show. Whoever is the closest that will guess my age will win. But anyway, to answer your question, May, I want to come home, hopefully before the year ends, because I really miss home. Yun pang isa po. No matter where you go, anywhere in the world, your heart will always be home. And that's how I feel now at my age. Okay, I'm going to keep repeating that at my age. So you have to guess that. So at my age, wherever I am, I just want to come home. I miss my brother, my sister, my friends. I miss the place where I grew up. I miss Ilocos empanada. I miss Mickey. I miss longanisa. I mean, I miss so much about my childhood. I don't know, but at my age, okay, at my age, you really want to be home a lot. So hopefully, I'm praying that I will be able to come home before the year ends because I just miss home. All right. So our pa-contest, ha? Anybody who can guess the closest, okay, the closest guess to my age will win a prize at the end of the show. So, any more questions and comments? Okay, from Renz Vanister Beniquid, Mom MJ, any tips or words of wisdom to a healthy relationship with your partner? Again, Renz, as I've said, the most important thing is accepting your partner. Kasi po, kung hindi natin tanggapin ng buong puso at buong buo ang ating mga partner in life, we will always find yung mga flaws nila. We will always find reasons to not like them. And we will try to change them. And we cannot do that. Hindi po natin kayang baguhin ang ating mga partners in life. So we just have to accept them. And also, communication is key. Kasi nga, di po ba, if you don't express yourself, then how your partner gonna know that about how you feel? So communication is very important. Accepting your partner is very important. And of course, again, the most important ingredient in a healthy relationship is putting God at the center of the relationship. If you're a believer, if you have faith, then putting God in the center of your relationship is, I think, the most important ingredient for a healthy and successful relationship. Did I answer your question, Renz? I hope so. And then Juanita Likay Limo says, yes, ma'am, every mother's love is no condition. Yes, tunay ka dyan. And Bubbles Reyes, good morning, ma'am MJ, watching from Pangasinan. Yes, good morning. Thank you. And we have more comments. Jingle Romero, good evening, Texas, and Ma'am MJ. Good evening, Jingle. Yeah. Do we have any guests? Okay, well, before that, Rosel Carganilla Laurel, mahal na mahal ko din po ang mga anak ko. Sana mabuhay po ako ng matagal para makasama ko po sila ng mas matagal. Oh yes, I'm praying for you too. And that's my prayer too. And then we have more comments. Renz Vanister Baniqued, hula ko po 54 years old. Okay. Rosel, 53. Okay. Chrysaline. Okay, Chrysaline Buteres Nadado, dito sa Pangasinan, Ma'am MJ, kapag wala kang experience, hindi matatanggap. Totoo yan. Kaya nga napakahirap minsan. Nessa Lacandula Cornel, hula mo po 50 years old. Okay? Juanita, what? You're 57? Maria Luena, 42 years old. Wow, okay. Alam ko nanguhula kayo based on looks, right? But don't look at my profile. Ara Rekilwan Ungra. I thank God kasi binigyan ako ng asawa na mapagmahal at walang bisyo. Yes, you're swerte. Maswerte ka, Ara. Okay, any more comments? Crisaline Buteres Nadaro, totoo po yan, Ma-MJ, kaya kung ano po yung ugali ng mga asawa na din noong nakilala po natin sila, wag na po nating umaasa na mag-iiba yung mga ugali nila. Totoo yan. Kasi hindi naman po tayo perfecto, di ba? And then Rosel said, communication is the key. That's very true. Okay? And then Reggie Cornel Baniqued, 55 years old po, ma'am. Ara Rekilman, you look so young, Ma'am MJ. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Krisha, I have a, sorry. Anyway, any other questions? I want to share. Hulaan nyo. Ano pa bang hulaan? Meron pa kayong tanong? Baka gusto nyo pang magtanong. Let's say, kung tanong nyo kung meron ka bang kamag-anak na artista, hulaan nyo kung meron. Do you think meron akong kamag-anak na artista? Who says yes? Second cousin. Okay. Close. Close. Not second, but third. Kung nagtataka kayo, I hope it's okay for me to mention this, but yeah, Kylie Verzosa, she's my third cousin. She's the Miss International 2017, I think. Yeah, she won in Japan. And now she's a really, really successful model. She's also artista na, right? Because, I was Verzosa nung dalaga ako, Verzosa ako. So, yeah, we come from the same line. His great-grandfather and my great-grandfather, they're brothers. Kaya nga Verzosa, right? So, yeah, she's my third cousin. And then, any other questions or comments? Let's see. Chloe Nicole Castro, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Yes. And then Rosel Carganilla, para ka lang po, ma'am, nasa 37 to 40 years old. Wow, thank you. You know what? Dapat pala ang mananalo kung sino yung pinakabata ang guest. Just kidding. But I will keep my word. Whoever is closest, that's who's gonna win. Pero dapat meron din yung kung sinong pinakabata. Kasi it's so flattering to see all your guesses. Maraming salamat to all those who are guessing that my age is on the 30s. Pero hindi lang po kayo ang nagsasabi niyan. Even my patients here, here in the US, tayong mga Filipinos kasi, we look young, right? So, I actually have patients who think that I'm only on my 30s. I'm like, whoa, really? I mean, it's so flattering to hear that, but I'm not on my 30s. Let's be honest. So, but I'm so glad because if you take care of yourself, medyo lag. Okay, no problem. So yeah, if you think of it, we take care of ourselves and we look young. But yeah, a lot of my patients, they think that I'm only on my 30s or 40s, which is so flattering to hear, but otherwise I'm not. One of you actually won. Um, perfect guess, one of our viewers tonight. So I will announce that later. But before we continue, let's go on our last break. And when we come back, we will conclude the show. All right? Maraming salamat. See you after a little bit.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
All right, we're back. We have more comments. Okay. Let's see. All right. Nakakabata po ata ang itsura kapag nakatira sa ibang bansa. Yeah, medyo. Pero anyway, Rochelle Deseco, good morning po. Watching from Philippines. And God bless. Maraming salamat. Ano, i-reveal na ba natin later? Let's read more comments. Okay, let's see. Juanita Likay Limos. Ma'am, who is your special actor or actress cousin you have? As I've said, Kylie Verzosa is my third cousin. And I'm also related to Shintaro Valdez. So he used to be an actor. And he's also a relative of mine. Yep. Yeah. Ano pa mga tanong nyo? Any other comments? Okay, Rosel Cargania, mahal na mahal ko din po mga anak ko. Sana mabuhay po ako ng matagal para makasama ko po sila ng mas matagal. And yes, that's everybody's prayer. And other comments here? Or are we gonna reveal na? Are we gonna reveal? Okay, I think we have a winner of who guessed yung unang-una po na nag-guess is Renz Baniqued. Congratulations, Renz. Yes, I'm 54. Siya po yung naunang nagsabi. Okay? So, I'm 54. So, open book ako, right? You know my age. Yeah, but I'm glad for those of you who said I'm only 37 or I'm on my 40s. Maraming salamat po. But, Renz, congratulations. Ang galing mong manghula. Or, meron ka bang tinignan? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, I'm 54. I'm turning 55 in August. So, any other comments or questions? Anything else? Favorite color? Oh, I love green. Green and actually I love green, orange. I love those colors. Gold, yellow. I don't know. I'm a green person. And because for me, it's like, I thought orange. Yeah, that's true. So orange, green, and I love gold too. So what about my favorite? I mentioned my favorite food. Uh, native of Ilocos, I love empanada. Empanada. Oh my gosh, I love it. You know, if you love empanada, I'm gonna plug in. If you love empanada, try Farinas Ilocos Empanada. Uncle Brian, I'm promoting your business. If you live somewhere in the Greater Manila region, you know there's Farinas Ilocos Empanada all over, right? Have you all tried? Anybody who has tried Farinas Ilocos Empanada? Say in the comment. Put it in the chat if you've tried it. If you haven't, I highly recommend. Whenever makapunta po kayo somewhere in Manila, try the Farinas Ilocos Empanada. Napakasarap po. We never fail to eat Ilocos Empanada when we go home. Yes. Wow, masarap po yun, ma'am. Yes, it's true. And May De Vera, parang gusto ko tuloy magpunta ng vegan just to eat empanada. Yes, masarap po empanada. You don't have to go to as far as vegan. But if you're closer to vegan, it's okay. Because there's a lot of Ilocos empanadas all over Manila area. Again, look for Fariñas Ilocos Empanada. Yan, napakasarap po niyan. Yes. Anything else? Do we have any other comments? Ilocana ka pala, ma'am. Great to know. Yes, I am. Dagitay taga Ilocos na imbag nga bigat yu amin. Dagitay taga Batak na imbag a bigat yu amin. When graduate nak jay Mariano Marcos State University, that's where I graduated from, like back in 1993. I also studied at UP College Baguio back in 1988 to 1989 before I pursued nursing. But yeah, I'm a full, sabi nga nila, I'm an FBI. Full-blooded Ilocano. Right? Full-blooded Ilocano po tayo. And I'm proud to say I am Ilocano. And kasi sabi nga nila, ang mga Ilocano, matipid, masipag. It's true. But I don't think I'm matipid Ilocano. That's probably the opposite of me. But it's not even that. It's just because I love to help. Yeah, even if maliit lang. I mean, because when you help people, it gives you a different kind of fulfillment. Masarap pong tumulong. Sabi nga nila, ang sikreto po ng mga taong mahahaba ang buhay, they love to help. Yeah, giving is a key. It's a secret to a very happy and fulfilling life. Kasi po, if you're able to give, even if you don't have so much extra, that's different. Di ba nga sa Bible, sabi nga, there's a verse there, or there's a part in the story in the Bible where God honored yung uh, yung ano ng woman who did not have enough. 'Di ba? Yung binigay niya sa church, he honored that. More than yung mga binigay ng mga tao that have a lot. 'Di ba? If you give out of scarcity, I think that's true giving. So, hindi sa ako ay magastos na Ilocano, but I really love to help no matter how small it is. Kasi kahit maliit lang yan, you never know. That small amount that you can do, or that small act of of kindness that you do for the person next to you or the person who's needing it, you never know. That might have been the key for them to improve their lives. So, again, sa buhay po natin, wag po kayong mag-atubili na tumulong. It doesn't have to be financial. Even just lending a hand, like tumulong ka para asikasuhin yung kapitbahay mo, or have that bayanihan, di ba? Yun ang isang napakagandang ugali po natin. We help each other wherever we go. Even here in the US, that's what we try to do. Kaya napakasarap maging Pinoy. I'm a proud Pinoy po talaga. And I love my country. I love being a Pinay. And no matter where I am in the world or wherever God sends me, I'm always gonna be Pinoy by heart. O, di ba? So parang ang ganda naman ng ating programa tonight. I hope you are being entertained. Rosel Cargania Laurel, ang sarap sa pakiramdam ang nakakapagbigay. Totoo 'yan. Totoo po 'yan. And then Reggie Cornel Baniket, my husband is Ilocano too. Masipag din po siya, ma'am, tulad nyo. Wow, yes, absolutely. And Renz, Ma'am MJ, ano pong tawag doon sa kakanin na nasa bamboo? Isa din pong delicacy ng puto bumbong, right? Alam mo, lalo kong nami-miss umuwi. Yeah, it's called puto bumbong. Yap. And you know what I miss too is tupig. Wow. Ara Rekilman Ungria says, kastamot kanya Ma'am MJ na imbag nga rabii kanya. Yes, na imbag arabii. And then, favorite Pinoy ulam, pinakbet. I love pinakbet. Yes, kasi yung pinakbet, lalo na yung pinakbet sa Ilocos, you have all kinds of gulay. Kahit yung mga hindi mo makikita, hindi mo matatagpuan anywhere. You find all those gulay in Ilocos and you just mix them together. Pinakbet, that's very good. And with chicharon or bagnet, as sahog. Ang sarap. And one more that I really, really love, kare-kare. You know why? I love peanut. So I love kare-kare. Ang sarap talaga. So I actually cook kare-kare and my friends, they love my kare-kare because I put a lot of peanut sauce kasi talagang paborito ko rin ang peanut. So, kare-kare and empanada and pinakbet. Oh, we've talked about my favorite food. Any other question? Do you want to know about my other favorite? Just put it in the chat. And I really hope that you're being inspired tonight. Okay? So, wala man po tayong guess, right? And then Arare Kilman, napansin ko kay Ma'am MJ may mabuting puso. Malay natin dagdagan ni Ma'am MJ yung mga mananalo ngayon. Wow, okay. O sige, tingnan natin. But of course, I really, kasi I came from, again, as I've shared to all of you, napakahirap ng buhay namin. Growing up, napakahirap. I don't know if any of you have even experienced what I have experienced. At I'm just blessed that I came to know or find God all through those experiences, 'di ba? Kasi even though we didn't grow up in the church, like alam mo naman, 'di ba, pag lumalaki ka, pag magulo ang buhay, hindi kayo nagsisimba sa family. I didn't have that, but life was so hard. I mean, pwede nga pong maging pelikula ang buhay ko eh. Like, Maalaala Mo Kaya, right? By Ate Charo. I mean, I can write my life and it can be a really pang maalaala mo kaya. But God has been so good. I think that's the greatest lesson that I can share to all of you. Kasi nobody is spared from hardships. Everybody has their own struggles in life. Wala pong taong pinanganak sa mundo na walang paghihirap. Lahat po tayo niyan. Even the rich, even the rich people, they have struggles. Hindi po ibig sabihin na pag mayaman po, if you have all the material things in the world, that you are spared from any struggle or challenges or trials in life. That's not true. They have their own trials, they have their own obstacles, they have their own struggles in life. And it doesn't mean that if we don't have money, if we don't have material things, that hindi po tayo maswerte. It's not true. It's not true po. Kasi kapag lumaki kang mahirap, if you don't have the means in life, that will encourage you, that will inspire you, that will motivate you to work harder. So you come out more resilient, mas matibay po ang loob natin, mas talagang we depend more on God. We feel God closer in our lives because we experience all those difficulties. So think about life as this. Life is what you make it. Whether or not you are blessed, you are born with a silver spoon in your mouth, it doesn't mean that your life is flawless, that your life is going to be smooth sailing. Marami rin po silang mga pagsubok na nararanasan, yung mga pinanganak po na meron. And it doesn't mean that when you are born poor, that you're going to be poor all along. No, it's not true. That situation that you are in, God had put you there because He knows that you can make better, that you can improve your life if only you depend on Him. Kasi pag tayo po ay walang-wala, we depend on God. We call on Him. And God loves it when we call on Him because He's gonna show up. God will show up in your life. And that's what God did in my life. I'm not saying I'm the most successful. No, that's not true. And I don't even measure success based on what you achieve in life, based on what you have materially. No, that's not the most important thing to me. Sabi nga nila, your wealth is what you value the most. So if you have the best family, the most wonderful family in the world, you are the richest. Because you cannot put a price on that. You cannot put a price on the value of your family. So wag po nating isipin na because we don't have much material things that we are disadvantaged, we are underprivileged. That's not true. The most important thing in life, I think, for me, is relationship with God and relationships with our fellow human beings, with our friends, with our families, with the community. If you have that, you are the most blissful person or blessed human being in the world. So, yun po ang akin. Whatever you situation you have or whatever situation you're on your life, if you depend on God and if you are content, you have the best family, you're in the best situation. You are the most blessed person. That's how I feel. Again, I'm not rich. I don't think material things is the most important thing in the world. That's not me. My most important, valuable, or blessing in life is my family, my health, right? My friends. So we're blessed. Thank God we're blessed. Okay. Oh my goodness. We're already 9? Oh, wow. Okay. So for tonight, we're going to pick, aside from the winner, okay, who guessed my age, I'm going to pick five winners. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to again inspire you tonight. So, we're going to pick 5 winners tonight. So, let's get on it. Come on, let's roll it. Let's roll. Who are the 5 winners for tonight? Wow, that's a lot of comments. Thank you po. Kahit wala po akong guess, you stayed and you asked questions. Rachel Cornell, congratulations. Yes, our first winner is Rachel Cornell. Let's see who our next winner is. Reggie Baniqued, congratulations. Wow. Let's drum roll. Let's see who the winner is. Yes. Manda, congratulations. All right. 2 more. 2 more. Let's see who our third winner is. James Reyes. Yes. And our last winner. Our final winner for tonight, Alvin Reyes. Congratulations. Wow, to all our winners tonight. Congratulations to all of you. And maraming salamat po for always watching the show. And I really hope that I have inspired you tonight. Good night, everyone. God bless. See you again Monday for another Be Bold, Why Not? God bless, everyone. Bye.